I'm gonna give it 5-4 to 6cuties. I think it's gonna be really close, but I just feel like overall 6cuties is gonna mesh a little bit together as a team. What about you?
I'm kind of feeling the 5-4 too. Well, I'll give it to SS instead, just for the sake of being contrarian.
Ooh, both of us predicting close games, and then it's gonna end up being a 5-0 for one of them. I'm predicting.
Yeah. Well, you know, I said 5-3 last night in your guys' match, and it was 5-4, so it was, you know, it was pretty close, pretty accurate.
All right, so we're on our first mid here now. Actually, sorry about that. We have both of them and just, you know, shooting some long-range things at each other. The scouts on WELOVEANIME take some early damage, actually, but we have the bomb coming in from Marmaduke, who kind of just gets behind. A couple players go down from 6cuties. Now this is looking like a definite mid-win for WELOVEANIME. Blah, blah.
Yeah, they got turned around there pretty bad by the Marmaduke girls bomb. A lot of people watched him go over, and then their team just got obliterated, and Bronze got kind of isolated there too with his early aggression. So we're gonna see our friends in WELOVEANIME get second and probably push into Snakewater last, and we'll get to see what sort of fun 6cuties can come up with to make this more fun.
I mean, that was a really effective mid by Marmaduke, but we have him already pushing the last now with the Uber. It looks like it's gonna be a scout Uber at first. The scout just goes straight to point, and well,
and that's round one.
I mean, there's not much to say about that. All of the team of 6cuties just fell back into spawn. They had no stickies on point, nothing to deny them, and that's just an easy cap. And you can take this next mid away.
Yeah, I will. We'll start out watching Pharaoh here. Oh, but his rollout's not so great, so it's okay, Pharaoh. And he's coming out the lower area, kind of hiding a little bit there from Fracture. Now we're going to see some hiding almost, and Marmaduke's going to bomb straight onto them. Get some pretty good damage out, and he's going to be back in the saw room. Bron's going to go down. Patty as well. And, or not Patty. Yeah, Patty's outie, and there's no medics now for either team. A little bit of fight down on the point. Only Fracture alive. No ults to save him, so that will be a point for the 6cuties.
Yeah, that time they just completely denied Marmaduke at the beginning. I think it was him that got air shot actually, so you know, they managed to take care of him, and then Remedy and Shrugger just cleaned up the rest of them. They got the medic and all the rest except for the demo. So that was a complete turnaround for 6cuties, and we have both teams just chilling right now, both building Uber. I mean, WELOVEANIME has a 10% advantage, but that's not really going to come into play. So I imagine we might see some suicides here from Remedy or something else along that line.
Yeah, you always get this little find out what we're going to do period. I got kind of excited by how passively WELOVEANIME was holding here, because the cuties could have maybe buffed up and tried to get in here, but that opportunity is gone now for sure.
The cuties definitely aren't the team to take that sort of advantage. Yeah. I've noticed they like to play just a slow style, really, you know, the work picks, things like that. They're not going to try and push a 6-on-6 without Uber. So I expect we're going to see a lot of stalemates at this point while they try and decide what they want to do for the push. Either be suicides or something else along those lines.
Yeah, something down there. We do have capable off-classing on 6cuties as well, so they've got their options. I assume, well, Remedy's running the black box, so the old roamer bomb may not be the best choice for them. So it looks like they're going to just try to work around in the saw room a little bit. Have some buffed scout action down on the flanks, but nothing really doing as of yet.
What do you think of the black box while we're at this stalemate?
I'm not a fan.
Not a fan? I'm not either, personally. I mean, I know it fits certain roamer styles. I think Remedy is definitely one that he actually bombs in, so he's going to get right on the medic, and he should definitely... Oh my gosh, what
he didn't have a rocket.
That's true. That's when the Uber comes in, actually, while we're trying to talk. Both Ubers are exchanged. 6cuties is a way better Uber. He's juggling the pockets. Alright. But actually, SS is finally going to go down. While Fracture continues to spam and stickies on the mids. And WELOVEANIME is going to keep fighting Window Room, but they're losing players. They need to fall back. They need to keep their medic up here. The scout comes in, Shrugger's just jumping around. 6cuties should be able to take second here. They need the team in here. They're really slow getting in. They're finally pushing in from Window Room and forcing WELOVEANIME back in the lobby. Bronze goes for the medic, but it's picked down. This is just whew, taking over Marxist.
Yeah,
I'm not used to this play-by-play.
lots going down. It happens, man. So they mainly got out of there, and it just ended up being a good little trade there. Yeah, bad times. And that's going to end up to Anime getting second. No forward spawns for Patty, Rim, or Snailboat. So no heals here at mid. Pretty much going to come down to, does We Love Anime not know where sticky traps go? And they do. So nothing's going to happen. The mid will go to We Love Anime. And they also have a supreme Uber advantage, harbleu. So disaster time if that doesn't get popped.
Where 6cuties passing this cost them. Their combo and everything was so slow getting in there to support their scouts. And now you can see We Love Anime on the other hand. They just Uber right into 6cuties. They take down the pocket. They're looking for more kills behind. But it looks like SS gets picked by Remedy. Not the best Uber from them. And now we see 6cuties with a pretty big advantage, but I'm not sure they're going to try and do anything with this. Again, 6cuties is a team that, unless they get a huge advantage, they normally don't make plays off of it, and they're not really building the super that fast either, so the way they're playing this, I imagine just to see them set up at last, maybe get another Pyro and Heavy, and just play it from there.
Yeah, especially now with this new Snake Water with the spawns at second. Pushing, you know, just on my own personal little point, because I got time to pontificate to people. Yeah, now you can push out a last a lot easier than you used to be able to. It used to be basically impossible. But now it's totally doable, especially given how far away that forward spawn is. So, but they're going to let it pass, and let's see what we got. We're going to have a Shrugger Sniper here trying to get something done, or at least delay any sort of suiciding and pushing from
Pontificate. Anime. Got it. I had to bust out my dictionary on that one.
Yeah, I like to say that when, oh, well, there goes SS, so we'll see. Now's the time where you either try to push or suicide somebody, or if you're Shrugger, get the shot of your life.
Yeah, right now I would really like to see... That's 2 picks. They need to push on this. Remedy starts the push up, but okay, 6cuties are starting to push up with Patty. They're taking the top lobby. He's gonna get forced here though. This is actually gonna be a really bad Uber for 6cuties. They finally forced We Love Anime, but it looks like Patty's gonna get caught out here. But he's actually making it out right. They meant to escape back, but they do lose bronze. I'd expect to see We Love Anime just keep rolling into last here. Which Marmaduke's trying to get in through drop down. They're trying to get in the right door, but Pharaoh's doing a really good job cutting them off. Bronze jumps and takes down Pharaoh. That's a huge pick. We have more bombs, and the soldiers just keep coming in from We Love Anime with the scouts. We have a 2-on-2. Oh, Stalemate goes down to Shaft Me Twisted. That's the name I got. And we have but Bronze finally ends up cleaning them up. But Sparrow was able to get out, keep his Uber advantage. He did exactly what he needed to there, Shaft Me Twisted, taking down the medic. So now we're going to see Sparrow just build this out, and they'll be able to push into last with a huge advantage here.
Yeah, as long as no sudden disasters occur, and it doesn't look like we're going to have any off classes that would lead to that. We got bronze on heavy, so that'll be a advantage push in here. And I don't know about your opinion on it, harbleu, but I feel like Uber advantage pushing on this map is a lot easier than it used to be because of the left side.
Which we see him coming in and out, leading with the scout again. They come in Demo right behind. Demo's doing huge damage on heavy, and they just go straight to point again. They finally force Pharaoh to come to point and deny it, but they're already down so many players. This should be a... Yeah, this is the round for We Love Anime. Got a little sketchy there for a second, but they ended up getting it. And yeah, you're completely right. If you have your advantage pushing to this last, it's actually pretty easy now if you just go from the right door there. As we're heading to another mid now, up 2-0 for We Love Anime.
Well, I'll go ahead and pick this one up, and I'm gonna, well, you know, we've been having fun with him. I'm gonna hit the sauce boss on Marmaduke Girls. Watch a little roamer on mid. Nobody ever does that. So we're gonna do a little bit of hiding here, and he sees 2 soldiers, bombs down, and gets
denied.
Thrown up in the air. Good little scout play there, unless it was a projectile that hit him. And we see Pharaoh and Patty both go down, only for Chaz. Med down, Sparrow. Fracture's gonna pile out too, so it's Snailboat and Bronze versus Marmaduke SS. And we're gonna lose our Snailboat here, Bronze versus the World, and he can't do it. So We Love Anime is gonna grab another mid, and we're gonna actually see the sauce boss here moving up pretty far, trying to catch somebody in lobby.
I like it. Oh, I like it. That's such a. I love that spot now, and I don't think anyone's gonna check that. I think he'll be able to sit in there for a while, and we see the medics actually snail boats pretty close to there. Oh, this could be huge. Right onto him, and what a play! Oh my gosh, and the scout. That's huge. They now have a huge advantage again. They already got second. Just build this Uber, and again, another push into the right door, and I think this could be a 3-0 half for We Love Anime.
Yeah, I always tell the people that I mentor, harbleu, that if you're the roamer and you survive mid, that's pretty much free check to go to last and do whatever stupid thing you feel the need to because you should have died at mid.
I do it as demo man also. It's you do it as any class, just go to last. If you survive mid, just go to last. That's what I do. But we have them
go ahead.
again.
Yeah, top right, Scout leading in. Pyro heavy this time to block them, not getting as many kills this time to start the game. But we do have a little bit of point pressure. Scout going onto this heavy, trying to get him to go down. Won't go. Fracture and SS trying to get out of here. It looks like we're going to be okay on the Sparrow side of things, and maybe even Fracture too. Nobody's coming for him over top, so they're just going to let that go. Scout's coming out here and Shrugger on, maybe onto the point. They're apparently not interested at all in the point, and they're going to sticky things up and we'll run away. So,
yeah.
So there's that.
I think the Pyro for 6cuties helped them a lot there, and actually, so the Scout for Wheel of Anime randomly gets picked there by a trap, and I expect to see 6cuties try and push out here. They do have advantage, as Patty and his medic come out from ramp. But Wheel of Anime is going to get Uber here. They're probably going to try and stop second with here with Uber. But they're just going to fall out the mid, actually. I guess they're content to just, they're up 2-0. They're just going to slow it down, set up on mid. And they actually, they drop a player, but this can still be an easy mid defense for Wheel of Anime.
Yeah, Marmaduke came in there out of Saw and just kind of wandered into like 4 players. And I think he was ostensibly trying to go for a force there. But with 1 player down, cuties are going to go in. This is a Patty-only Uber here. A little bit of scout action coming in behind. So Patty's not going to get too much done. Remram's going to go down, but the Chaz will as well. So pretty much just a reset here, although I'd say the cuties got the better end of that ultimately.
Reset.
Oh, it looks like they're just going to go ahead and go here, harbleu.
And actually, huge things by Pharaoh taking down the pocket. Bronze tries to chase down the medic, but ends up thinking better of it. And yeah, now we're just gonna see the infamous Snake Water second stalemate.
Yeah, a little bit of advantage here for 6cuties, but again, they probably aren't aware of just how big this has managed to get in the meantime. But it'd be really cool if they did.
I mean, it's still first half. Time's not an issue for 6cuties. They're not going to rush play like that. If this was second half, 10 minutes left, I'd say they're definitely going to go for it. But right now, they're just going to do the safe plays and just wait for We Love Anime and they try and commit it onto a push here.
Yeah, so we'll probably see, the tried and true Marmaduke Grills bomb. I'm trying to track him down right now with very little success.
He's in another hiding spot. I know he ends up backing up. So it looks like We Love Anime is just trying to play a little bit around window room. They're trying to give Fracture room to spam with his stickies. But yeah, I imagine we might just see Marmaduke bomb in, which he's still waiting.
Yeah, there you go. It's in.
A good rocket.
Oh, not enough. So we saw a pretty good bomb come off from Marmaduke there, but gets our friend in Snailboat down pretty low, but no force comes out. Patty's gonna start wandering up here in the Saw room, getting thrown around pretty bad by SS, and they're gonna call it off. The push cannot occur now, as Marmaduke's gonna be spawning in and coming up to mid pretty fast here. So more stalemate here at Snakewater mid.
I would really like to see someone on the flank after they get the pick, after 6cuties picks Marmaduke. I would like to see Shrugger or Bronze or Remedy go for a play on the flank instead of just the combo trying to push straight into We Love Anime. Once it's a 6-on-5, that's when you just tell your flank, go die, go for a play. And if they get a play, then you push. But trying to push mid 6-on-5, it isn't a big enough advantage, especially when We Love Anime is all set up. We actually have Marmaduke on sniper now, so looks like that was one of the reasons he also suicided, trying to peek out from window, it looks like.
Yeah, just wandering around here looking at different things, hoping somebody's gonna peek their head out of here. This is a situation that can occur a lot on Snakewater with mid to second stalemates, but it also tends, because of that giant wooden wall, this can go on for a very long time because it's really hard to get a great angle as sniper, except for out of the window, and it's pretty easy to keep that window from having anyone in there or anyone to shoot out of the window. So
6cuties is giving him so much. He's running all the way into second. He serves a rock. He launches behind them. I mean, 6cuties was giving him so much space, he decided to give everything they took him. And as now we see 6cuties try to retake, pushing in Windroom. But he takes a ton of sticky damage. They're forced way early. We Love Anime finally pops return. But they're going to have a much better Uber here. But it looks like 6cuties should be able to get out of this. They're trying to fall out window room. They're fighting window room still. Just a bunch of damage extending. Bronze finally goes down. They're going to have the med's caught. He gets out also. We're going to see We Love Anime push into him on second.
yeah, the second push should come in here with no bronze on the flank and reasonably disorganized defense. We see Remram jump here in the window, but Patty's going to go down to stickies from fractures. So that's going to make the situation even worse. SS is down coming into this, but Marmaduke Grills did play himself some pocket for a while, and Remram's going to get piped out, and Shrugger's going to get himself the mystery player of the evening. So
we see, it looks like We Love Anime is just going to keep pushing last. They're 96% Uber. They're just bombing in Marmaduke, who just gets shut down. Which, again, I would love to see 6cuties try and do something here. Have a flank try and go out, which looks like Shrugger is. Shrugger is peeking up in the lobby here. Then he just backs up. So, 6cuties is, again, just content to stay last as we have Marmaduke Girls on Spy now.
oh, the sneakies. And the sneakies are going to take a long time to get here now because of the respawn switch. So it'll be a little bit before Marmaduke can do his spy play, but he's now wandering around on second, coming up the little stairs. We'll see if he tries to go out lower. That's probably the easiest way. Pulls the watch out, wandering in now into last. We'll see what he gets here. It's definitely Cloak and Dagger, just chilling there. And nobody's noticed him yet, so hopefully he'll give a little call and somebody will try and do something. And Shrugger's actually gonna have a problem here.
Actually, no, Shrugger was running dead against us last night, so I'm liking it, but Marmaduke Girls is still just hiding by the box. He's trying to wait for his cloak to... This is so sneaky. So sneaky. He uncloaked. Go, now! Nope.
Med was by himself. That was a good window.
I feel like they need to do a distraction from. They need a bomb. They need someone else to distract. And Marmaduke could have this easy. I think he's gonna get it. He's got this. That's a money right there. That's backstab in the bank. There we go. Simple.
He actually
Plain
bumps
and easy.
the demo. He bumps Pharaoh, and you see Pharaoh wig out those Highlander.
And the Uber comes straight
go off hard.
And just straight to point again. That's the butter push right there. That's their bread and butter for We Love Anime. Just send the scouts straight to point, and 6cuties really aren't defending that. And that's textbook Spy. Just hide there, wait for the opportunity, and go for it. I liked it. I liked what I saw.
Yeah, that was good. The big deciding factor for me in Spy plays a lot of the time is how patient are you. Marmaduke pretty much keyed that off there. He waited for the perfect moment, pretty much, and spent quite a while waiting on it. But a lot of the time people go Spy and they want to get that kill right now, and then they, bump somebody and go. He did end up bumping Pharaoh, and Pharaoh flipped out, but the knife was already on its way to the back of a snail boat before anything could really be done there. So we thought it'd be a lot closer, but we got a 3-0 half. Stranger things have happened. I believe you were on a team once that got, I believe, 5 rounds in a row. So things happen.
When you played the game as long as I have, you get all sorts of games happen. So I definitely wouldn't count 6cuties out, but I think it's like looking at the stats right now, like I mentioned at the beginning, Snailboat, 9 deaths compared to Sparrow's 2, and he has less than half of his Uber, 9 on Sparrow compared to 4 on Snailboat. So I'm not going to say medic play is the whole reason why they're losing, but there's a lot of situations I've seen from Snailboat where he could have survived, he could have positioned himself differently, and I think it could have made a difference in a couple of rounds there. Besides that, scout-wise, Shrugger, Bronze, Chaz, Shaft, they're all played pretty evenly. Shrugger has a lot more damage than the other ones, but I think it's also he played Sniper, Heavy, something else like that. So he's been off-classing a bit, which I think some of his damage is coming from there. Fracture has 4,800 damage compared to Pharaoh's only 2,900. So the demo play from Fracture is definitely outplaying Pharaoh a little bit. Anything you saw in the first half that you think 6cuties need to change?
Yes, I mean, the way that they're handling some stalemates needs to change. They need, or at least be a little more creative with things. Like, yeah, I know you talked about sending in flank players, but some teams just don't like to do that. But I mean, at least they could try and get Patty to rotate. Like, if you want to do the Uber thing on mid, you probably shouldn't do it into a tiny doorway where Patty's gonna. Because every time they've tried to do that, Patty just gets juggled and almost dropped. Like that, you got to stop doing the same thing over and over again if it isn't working. And I'd like to see them get a little more aggressive to the 6cuties, because a lot of these situations come down to moments where you sort of have that moment as a team where like, oh, well, let's hope somebody calls for a push or not. And cuties tend to opt for let's not push, and the WELOVEANIME guys tend to opt for pushing, and it's working out in their favor so far.
Yeah, I definitely expect to see 6cuties play a lot more aggressive the second half. Being that time is going to start becoming a factor if they end up playing that slow game still, and also being down 3-0, you need to start just making plays because what they're doing right now isn't working. I completely agree with you what you said about Patty. Right now, as soon as they get the pick and have a 6-on-5 situation, Patty and his medic just try and force right into the other team's combo, and they just run to like a wall of stickies, a wall of rockets from SS, and they either just get forced way early or they just back out and reset. So I would like to see a quick rotate to flank, maybe have them try and push through kitchen, get behind the other team, something else like that. But yeah, they're just trying to play like standard, like, cookie cutter TF2, which you can't do. Like, if the other teams, I don't know, they need to play more aggressive. That's the easiest way to put it.
Yeah, sometimes you'll get away with the cookie cutter play, but it's clearly not working, so it needs to change. Hopefully we'll see something a little different out of here. The mids so far have been, off and on. It's ended up going to WELOVEANIME 3 times in a row, but 6cuties have had some mids here, so that's not necessarily the problem. But, you'd expect that in a match that's at least supposed to be as close as this one is. It's not just a mid-roll leading to a 3-0, so just some problems here and there. But it looks like we're going to get into the second half here, so if you would like, harbleu, I'll let you take this one away.
Sure, I'll take this one. And honestly, I'm going to watch Marmaduke again. Last mid, he got denied early, but he just delayed on his own route and then jumped back in and got the medic. So I want to see how he does this mid. If he tries to go for the early bomb up, he just waits. And right now we just see Demos exchanging stickies. Marmaduke's finally coming in from lower. Nothing really yet. He finally jumps in on Hut. A nice rocket. Takes out the scout, but now we see 6cuties pushing across point. The whole WELOVEANIME team's just getting demolished right now. But here comes Fracture coming in, doing some big damage. He gets cleaned up. We have 2 scouts alive for WELOVEANIME. They go down. And that's a mid win for 6cuties. That was a hectic mid. We had the early bomb from Marmaduke taking down the scout, but then after that, the whole team just got mowed down. And this should be a second cap for 6cuties also.
Yeah, if they press this, both scouts are up, so it should be okay. Big plays there on Chaz's part to get the medic. Snailboat was still alive there at the end, even after Fracture went down, so kudos to Chaz for doing the right thing. It looks like we're gonna actually see cuties give this point up, maybe.
Yeah.
They're gonna opt not to go hard in this paint here, and we're actually gonna see that go maybe possibly against them because Sparrow should know that he's got the advantage, but we're gonna lose Chaz, so that might throw a wrench in that little plan.
And actually, I'm mentioning what you said. Actually, 2 down actually for WELOVEANIME while I'm trying to get pointed, and we should see 6cuties just push in here now. The scouts, Shrugger, and Gorons are just pushing in, getting cap time, and this should be an easy cap for them right now. That one, it looks like they want to roll last a little bit here. They take it down Fracture. And yeah, we're just going to see 6cuties roll into last here. This is a great round for them so far. No Ubers have been exchanged yet. We actually have the scout just go straight to point, and WELOVEANIME gets popped way early. But 2 players, both scouts go down on 6cuties. The Uber is finally forced by 6cuties, but they don't have any players alive for Uber. And they're forced to just fall out with it. Oh, if those scouts would just stayed alive, that could have been a round for them.
Yeah, I was impressed by how aggressive they went with that, especially because they didn't have Uber yet at all. So, and they should have known that Anime had it. Oh, Shrugger throws Marmaduke to the ground.
Wow. But
so that might be a push.
Actually, it is. You're right.
No Marmaduke. Yeah, the push is coming.
6cuties now. Oh, both soldiers down from WELOVEANIME.
Yeah, and we see no SS. Actually, a lot of heat coming from Shrugger down here, and we try to get a little help from Patty, but he doesn't need it. Shrugger just takes Chaz right out. 2 down. That Chaz is going to be down for a while, and you know your scouts are your off-classers. So, but I guess they're not gonna go for that. Build the Uber in the back. Have a little stalemate again. It seems no off-class yet, so. Probably gonna see a Ram or do some sort of shenanigans.
Yeah, I'm loving this play from 6cuties so far. It's like completely different than how they were playing in the first half. Their scouts and Shrugger and Bronze are just running into the other team. They're getting picks and actually taking advantage of them. If they keep this up, I think they can turn it around. And they do a couple person suicide. I think they're trying to bait the WELOVEANIME push as Marmaduke's trying to sneak up lower. Let's see if we can get a jump onto them here. He's waiting down there. He's finally going out. He gets spotted though by the scout, and that's not going to happen.
Yeah, he actually had a pretty nice air shot there on Ram. Of course, Ram wasn't really paying too much attention to how he was jumping there. He was just trying to do something. But you know, air shot's nice to see. And that actually gives the cuties a window to push because Marmaduke's going to be down for a little while due to how Lady died there. But they're just going to throw Shrugger in here. Probably going to see a sniper come out after that. But
he takes out the demo. Wow.
I don't know about you, but I'd like to see a push. No demo equals. It's time to go. It doesn't matter. No Shrugger. Doesn't matter. Actually taking a long time to get this Uber out too. So there it goes. Ubers are deployed now. 6cuties are in a bad situation. Too many people in this Uber. Fat Man on the point as well.
That heavy full HP. This push ain't happening. Ooh, he's just mowing him down. It's like running to a brick wall. That's the thing. If you don't take down that heavy early, you're not going to win the push. And Snailbook goes down again. This is the thing. Sparrow's staying alive when they fail their pushes, but Snailbook's just going down constantly. And we should see an easy push in the second here from WELOVEANIME as they start to come in from lobby.
Yeah, the advanced guard and Ram goes down there too, so huge Uber advantage more or less for Sparrow. Chaz is going to go down to Bronze, but SS will clean him up afterwards. And Shrugger's going to make it out here too. Pharaoh's going to get the unknown scout, and the cap will go down despite there being at a numbers disadvantage. So that'll be helpful to get hot like sauce back in this second hold a little bit faster. Here is another time I would love to see cuties push right now to get this Uber out and then have the refight at mid with their spawn advantage instead of waiting for it to happen later by a suicide. But that's just me. I live in this strange little world with stalemates make me nervous.
I mean, I don't knock 6cuties there. They knew they had a disadvantage, so they waited to get it. And you know, they just want to make sure they get the second point. So I don't knock them at all for this. I like the spot Marmaduke's in by window room, hiding that corner. That spot actually works out well a lot. I don't know who we're gonna. Shrugger looks like he wants to go in. He just goes that window and falls out, just checking stickies, everything else like that. So I'm not exactly sure what 6cuties should do here. They have good damage on Wheel of Anime Scout, but they aren't really wanting to go in.
And Anime is actually playing pretty passive here at second. I mean, they're seeding that that cuties are gonna try a suicide instead of doing anything else. So they're holding this point really passively, and if the cuties see that and start to develop something, that could really come back to haunt them.
Oh, Marmaduke gets caught in the spot. He gets picked off. Random spam rocket, but not even trade. Both roamers are down. If Remy would have stayed alive there, they could have had a 6-on-5 push, but he suicided in or got picked off. I didn't exactly see.
Yeah, he went in.
That Shrugger's clearing out left side. They're trying to walk in here a bit, but I don't think we're going to see anything right now.
It was just bad luck on Remram's part. He was already in when that rocket hit the ground and gave away that the corner spot was being used, so just that 5% of the time where luck decides who wins.
Yeah, and it looks like Remedy wants to bomb in again from lower. Yep, one rocket in, he's on HUD. And actually we're just going to push him from lower here from 6cuties. A slow push. Sparrow needs to dodge damage. They drop Shrugger early, but they do get the force. 6cuties has a much better Uber here, but they're chasing the wrong targets. Patty's going for the, but oh, actually they get 2 picks. They get Demos caught off here. Fracture, he's 84 HP, he's 28 HP and sneaky there. He's not gonna, there's no way he's gonna get out of this. But they ignore him. Marmaduke actually bombs in to make a distraction, and he lets his Demo Man stay alive. That's actually huge, keeping your Demo for this last defense.
Yeah, we got a Heavy and Fracture and Sparrow here, so we'll see just how strong the Russian strongman can be as spawns come up too. Cuties are piling out. Pharaoh's gonna get stuck here a little bit, but he's gonna make it out. The door god decided to let him through this day, so we'll see Uber advantage come down for 6cuties. And Fracture's gonna go down. It's time to go. Stronger 2 kills. Yeah, look at that.
Wait, and he got the bag? What? Oh my gosh, Shrugger's playing lights out this game. This is nuts, and this has to be around for 6cuties. They need this round. They need to focus on the heavy, quick. That should be an easy pick. Marmaduke's hiding left side, but no, there's no way. 3 down for We Love Anime. We have Fracture try and bomb in. The needles are coming out, but only 1 alive. Shrugger is playing crazy. I saw the first pick on the demo, but he just rushed through and took out Sparrow? I don't know.
See, I saw the name go and I assumed it was that other scout, but you know, things happen. I'll go ahead. I think I'll grab this mid. I think you did the last one. I don't know. Sorry if I'm stepping on your toes. Gonna watch Fracture here. Little bit of sticky spam here. See who takes the wood out of the demos. It seems like both of them are playing a little passive. Remedy's gonna go up there and get thrown down. SS is gonna get killed as well. Fracture, SS, and the Mystery Scout are all down. Snailboat is dead though, importantly. And yeah, that'll be a strong mid for 6cuties, only losing their medic. So on the bright side, if you're for We Love Anime here, they did manage to get Snailboat, so that's gonna prevent the immediate last push from occurring, and we'll end up at a second to last stalemate.
I want to see some crits. That's what I need to see. Let's see it, Snailboat. Nope. Nope.
No luck.
Dreams dashed. Well, that was an amazing mid by 6cuties. And I can give We Love Anime props. When they noticed they were about to lose mid, they just went all out for Sparrow, or sorry, for Snailboat to take him down. So even though they did lose mid and lose second, at least they can have some sort of last defense against the 6cuties here.
Yeah, that's a real big game saver. It's one of the things I like to cover a lot on, like, how to do mids, is if you notice that all is lost, you forget about everything else that you're doing and kill the medic, and you don't lose the round. At least in my little world, but we're gonna have the, oh, well, there goes Marmaduke from Shrugger again. Yeah, the Shrugger's living his dream.
But I've never seen Shrugger play like this, and we actually have Petty wants to push it left. He jumps in, hits the soldier on roof, but he takes a lot of damage early. Pharaoh is also really weak. Pharaoh goes down. This is going to be a bad push. And I don't think they're going to be able to force Sparrow. Oh, he bombs in. He does get the force off finally. And he's actually going to be able to get out? No, there's no way. They lose their medic, though. And we can actually see WELOVEANIME re-push into second here. But
I don't know.
then Sparrow goes down to bronze. I don't know what's going on. And
yeah, I saw kills
Pharaoh
going down, and
alive
I was trying to find it. Yeah, it's just Pharaoh trying to spam the point, and we're gonna have caps come down for WELOVEANIME. Pretty big. I was expecting Shrugger to be doing things there, because I saw him get another kill during that, and I didn't see him, so I was just like, oh, Harb's got it, I'm gonna go look around real quick. Because I kind of envisioned the situation where Shrugger would go back cap, but...
He tried to do, he was actually low, and he picked off Marmaduke. But here, hold the horses, we have Snailboat on crits. Finally, I'm loving it. So I'd like to see it from, let me see, where is WELOVEANIME set up? Oh, they go in from lower. One long range sticky up there. That's like 3 players dead. But they want to go in from left. This could work too. He shoots off the first sticky. Nothing. And then Snailboat goes down. Well, they tried. And we have 3 players down for 6cuties now. We see Remedy trying to bomb in. He gets denied. He's going to be going down 12 HP. Shrugger's hiding in the room, but he gets caught by the Demo Man on Fracture, so he's just going to fall out. Both scouts for 6cuties are just falling out on mid.
And the Pharaoh sticky landed pretty much where Sparrow was in the past, so he went on the information he had, and it just wasn't there. Now we've got a pretty dire situation where WELOVEANIME is going to be able to push second with Uber advantage, and they're just going to go ahead and force and not mess around with it. So that's good for 6cuties. They're going to be able to hold last as a result unless some sort of disaster occurs. And we actually do have Remedy stuck behind. They may or may not be aware of that. He's going to go for the medic, but Sparrow, pretty nice surf there to get out. Maybe a little high, but he does get out.
Yep. I'm not going to say time is becoming a factor yet, but if 6cuties don't try and make some sort of moves pushing out last tier, then it will be. Like, if they get a pick, they need to try and do something. If they can't just sit at last the whole time like they have been. Unfortunately, ESEA still doesn't let us see how much time's left in the half, but I imagine it's around 15 minutes. That's my guess.
That's kind of what I'm feeling. It's around 15 minutes left. This feels accurate to me.
I keep telling myself whenever I cast, I need to get a stopwatch, so I can keep track of it, but it's hard to remember these kind of things. Until it becomes a factor, you don't think about it.
Yeah, but it's pretty rare where time comes into play. So it's gonna be a push. It looks like maybe they're gonna try and lead up Shrugger here, and he's gonna get thrown around really hard and killed down and lower. So they tried to do something at least. The problem there is that counter suicide came out really late, and Shrugger's gonna be down for another good 10 seconds. So maybe we'll see a push here.
It looks like just a suicide from Marmaduke. He gets some good rockets off, but finally, but Snailboat's so weak. The stickies from Fracture almost took him down, but he managed to fall back in spawn. That was well played by both teams there. I'll give them both props for that. It was good by Snailboat staying alive, but Fracture almost had that drop on him.
Yeah, he got thrown around pretty hard there. Marmaduke almost landed the miracle rocket to drop him, but
now he's on Spy again. Yes.
Well, it worked. 100% success rate so far.
I can't even get hyped for this Spy. It seems like he's just gonna get him. I'm calling it now. This is gonna be another med pick. There's nothing unless Shrugger knows his 6th sense. This Cloak and Dagger though is so slow. Just look at this. Nothing to say about it. Nothing to say. And we have Shrugger.
Oh, they saw him. Random spam rocket from Patty or Hacks.
Wow.
Managed to get Marmaduke girls there.
And how if Shrugger pulling a Marmaduke on Sniper, just running all the way into lobby once they get that pick to try and go for something, he gets taken down himself. So we're gonna see another reset here. Marmaduke decides just to spawn back on Soldier. He's enough of Spy for now.
Yeah, maybe it's no. I mean,
Back-to-back spy? Who would expect that?
Yeah, I mean the third time.
Back-to-back-to-back. Now we're getting somewhere, Marxist. I hope you're taking notes on this. This is revolutionary tactics being talked about.
That's happened, and I've had a roamer that was on my team go spy twice, and the third time say, "Who would expect a third time?" And they did it, and it worked. So
exactly.
What can you say?
Eventually, you just think they're gonna give up, and now we see both teams suiciding a player again. We have Sugar spawning a scout. Marmaduke, what's he gonna... The drop.
The drop. The stickies. So Patty kicked those stickies onto Snailboat, and then they never got cleared, and I guess they just kind of hoped that they wouldn't get debt or that they'd magically go away. And they didn't, but the cap will now go down. Shrugger does his best, gets himself a frag, 2 frags, before it goes down. Let's put that in the little stat hat before that goes down.
Yeah, I mean, they had to eventually try and do a push out, but not like that. Just pushing straight into lobby while your team stacked up there is never going to work. And let's take a look at Shrugger on mid. Shrugger's been playing, like I said, he's been playing lights out so far this game. He just rushes right into Fracture. Gets a bit of early damage on him, but not that much. He falls back in the hut. He's just working on keeping his medic safe. He's actually taking over top control. He just goes straight into the scout on WELOVEANIME. He's trying to get the medic down now. He's trying to get Sparrow. Finally takes him down, gets the pistol on him. This video can go either way right now. It's only 2 alive for WELOVEANIME, and they finally go down. So the thing is about these mids, even the mids that 6cuties are winning, they're never keeping their medic alive, as opposed to WELOVEANIME in the first half. I think almost every mid Sparrow stayed up, and they were able to roll last a couple of those rounds.
Yeah, it's becoming a factor that Snailboat's getting beamed so much at these mids. I mean, luckily they do get Sparrow as well, but you know, you want to have at least some of the time where your med survives. And the WELOVEANIME crew is actually going to go hard here and block this second cap from going down. So pretty good there. I would have liked to see they had enough players alive. They could have tried to do a little bit more with that than just cap, but. Yeah,
that was a bit of a error in decision making on Shrugger's part. I think he decided to push up into the lobby. WELOVEANIME instead of going to help cap, and ended up not being able to get the cap. So, you know, he could have got a play from it, but it ended up, you know, now his team's forced to this choke here. But they, for some reason, oh, never mind, the Ubers are exchanged. I didn't even see that bomb in. Patty goes down. This can't be good Uber for 6cuties. Snailboat's trying to he does get out to mid, but we're going to see WELOVEANIME just push in. They take down Stalemate. And, I mean, Remedy gets a couple in exchange, so they reset it, but they're down their medic. And as long as Sparrow stays alive, this is perfect for WELOVEANIME.
Yep, they get set up for a nice little push in there. Yeah, I don't know. Patty went really hard on that Uber there, and it looked like it may have ended up being okay, but they just got popped so early they couldn't actually use that positioning that Patty got there at the end of it without getting obliterated, so...
Yeah, I completely missed that. I thought Sparrow just used randomly. I thought his right click broke or something. I don't know if we're going to see WELOVEANIME actually push here. You know, they're up 4-1. There can't be too much time left in the half, but it looks like they're going to. They're pushing Wendover, and it looks like...
They'll do the honorable thing and get moving, maybe. SS is going to push up here. They need that 5th round. You never know how that land race might go, harbleu. They're just going to go ahead and pop. Chaz is going to go down. And that'll pretty much be it, unless I've missed somebody hanging around. So we'll get the cap going down on mid for WELOVEANIME, but Uber advantage on the cuties.
Actually, the Uber comes back in from the cuties. They take down Sparrow, and wow, I don't know how this happened. So from Martin's hiding in kitchen, he's still behind. He comes out right onto Sparrow or Snailboat, and he takes Snailboat down. Huge by Marmaduke. That kitchen play, they're real. And
things are happening.
Or
yeah,
hopefully the game's not over. Hopefully ESEA fix this. Maybe we'll see.
Well, if it was the ESEA, yeah, if it was the ESEA nonsense, it would just kick us to we just go to the "you've played this many hours of TF2" screen.
Yeah, that's right, that's right. Well,
Yeah.
I know there's a SIBO match being podcasted like a couple weeks ago, and it stayed like this for a little bit, and then it started doing the countdown on the top right saying countdown until disconnected or whatever. But thankfully it's only paused, so we're gonna hopefully get to see the end of the match. But on top of what happened there, that was huge by Marmaduke. That just almost did their team the round there, because we would have seen 6cuties pushing the second, with full Uber advantage, and then they could have just rolled into last with it, but that kitchen play, hiding in there, taking down Snailboat, and actually unpaused, so it looks like 6cuties is still going to take second here, but now they don't have Uber advantage to push in. They're going to have to slow this down.
Chaz trying to make plays, gets himself a ram, but Shrugger trying to make plays also, but gonna get piped out by Fracture. No working HUD here for a little bit, so try and guide myself through this as best I can. Harbleu's help, of course.
Yep, I just keep my tab key held down when it's like this, just keeping track of numbers. As for Uber advantage, now it's in, it's in Sparrow's favor. It's got about a 30% advantage. And the way they've been playing, I expect to see SS want to take this. They're playing really close by Windroom, and they're slowly starting to move in. They're trying to clear, that Fracture trying to clear stickies, and yeah, they're just taking it in the Windroom here. They're slowly starting, but Snailboat's going to get this. Snailboat's 96, 97, and he does get the Uber. They haven't even used it. This is actually, do drop 2 players though. They need to get kills here with this Uber. They need to get the medic. They're not focusing targets. 6cuties just... they finally take that SS, but I think it's gonna be too little, too late. Unless they get the Medicaid? Okay, they're just proving me wrong. I don't know. I think it's the caster's curse for
Yeah, it didn't look like focusing, but apparently it was focusing somewhere down the line there. Yeah, I mean, I totally agree with what you were trying to say there. I would have wanted my pocket, or if I were pocketing, to go get that med there in that situation. It actually looked really bad for Cuties when they dropped 2. They were in the 2-player disaster zone and made it work.
Yeah. I mean, that's what it looked like. They started 2 players down, but they had a much better Uber. They just weren't getting kills, but they eventually got them, and now they have this huge advantage, which, like I said, they're going to need to focus this heavy. That's what they need. And that's what the pause was. Keyboard.
Good to know, and the Uber comes through, and we got a heavy here, and no other off classes, it looks like. Gonna lose bronze to a soldier.
The heavy's not dead yet! How is he not dead? Oh my god!
57 health heavy. And the Uber's gonna come out at late, I guess. Just add it to measure. Maybe the time is so close they just decided to do it as part of the wipe.
I don't know. Oh my gosh, how did that heavy not die there? That's unacceptable. I mean, that was an easy round if they would have taken down the heavy, but just they didn't get enough shots on him, I guess.
Yeah, 50 health left, 50 health. Good, the Russian heavy is still fine. OC Scouts
nice
throwing...
shot by SS. Oh my gosh, SS is just dunking on kids right now. Gets an air shot on one of the soldiers. He gets another rocket right onto the Scouts. And now we're just seeing WELOVEANIME just push straight into them. They take down Remedy also. It's a 5-on-4. Pharaoh goes down. It's only Snailboat going alive lower. He's going to get out there. Shrugger buys him time. And actually meets up with his medic, so decent there by 6cuties, but they are going to have to fall back to their second. And time, it is going to start being a factor. Again, we don't know exactly how much time is left, but it can't be too much. And eventually it's going to start becoming an issue for them, where they're going to need to just do these aggressive plays.
Yeah, especially now at a 4-1 deficit, your hopes to tie it are pretty much dying right now, because it's the way this game has been going. They haven't been able to roll rounds very effectively because Snailboat's not surviving mids. So they're going to push in here. The Uber will come out, a very thick, fat Uber for 6cuties. They are going to get Marmaduke, but the Uber is going to last a lot longer for SS. Fracture is going to get himself Patty. Chaz is going to get Snailboat. And we got some medics under pressure there, and he's going to go down. So it looks like the Cuties are going to have this.
Yep, that ended up working out well for them. I thought that was going to end badly, but they're And they might deny spawns also. Looks like only Shaft and Twist is going to get forward. He's actually hiding in forward spawn as Sniper. Shrugger gets picked off by Marmaduke. And any crits or anything? Nope, still Uber.
Yeah, so I don't know there. Like that should have been a done deal for SS and company without how good their Uber was, but it just didn't turn out. The cuties end up managing that after the transitory DM fight there. And we see Patty marching in here, kills SS, goes down to Fracture. And a little bit of backup here because Chaz was in on Snailboat, but not really too much doing. Marmaduke's gonna try and block him out. Gonna get himself Pharaoh.
Yep, and we see Shrugger fighting Marmaduke lower. He takes down Marmaduke. That's gonna delay the push from, and actually Remedy behind, nothing happening. But we see Snailboat's about to get his Uber. They should be able to defend mid with this. Shrugger and him are actually hiding in kitchen. Fracture jumps in, he's above them, actually he's right above them. We see a really early pop by Snailboat. I don't know about that. We just see Uber exchange here going on. Sparrow has a bit better, but now we essentially have a mid fight going on here. Shrugger again going huge to get on the med and scout. Shrugger's Patty goes in, they're onto SS now, he goes down. It's a 4-on-2. Now we just need Snailboat needs to stay alive here. He can't die. We see Marmaduke's going for the soldier instead. And yes, so Snailboat and Pharaoh managed to stay alive, and they should be able to take second here with Uber advantage. And they need this last push. They need to get this and roll last with this.
Yeah, this is essential here, and you've got Pharaoh, so things should be pretty safe. Only 4 doors to come out of, and 8 stickies. You can keep it okay for a friend in Sailboat to get Uber. So we're gonna see Heavy and Engineer on this defense go as heavy of a defense as possible, minus Pyro and all the others.
Is building this Uber about as slow as possible, and it's frustrating me. He's just like not healing or something, but they finally do get it. I just had to mention that, and they're gonna take it in right finally. Leading it again with Scout. They need to focus on this Heavy though. With the Pyro, the complete denial by the Pyro. Chaz completely forces back Shrugger, and this Uber just got stuck. That's not happening. Wow.
Yeah, Shrugger ran right past the Pyro, and the Pyro did his dirty work without Scout contesting him. And the gun, they try to come in, roll left, since time's a bit of a factor, but that sentry gun says, beep, 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 no.
And now I expect to see We Love Anime just park the bus at last. There were 13 minutes going into this round. At least 7, 8 minutes have gone by. So they just delayed it round a couple minutes longer. There's no way that 6cuties can win it. So that's exactly what it looks like they want to do.
Yeah, just hold it steady. Stay at last, as Killing once said. And it looks like we're going to get in here from the 6cuties. Going left, gotta try and do something. Kudos to them for getting this done. Uber's gonna come out, exchange. Russian man on the point with the Uber. Chaz is gonna get Rem, and Bronze is gonna get turned into little bits of meat. So's Pharaoh, so that's a failed last push, but Patty is on Spy.
He almost gets baited by his own scout. It's not gonna matter, it's too late.
Yeah.
The other team's already on second. The only thing he can hope for is get a med pick here. And even then, his team's gonna have a tough time pushing a second because they're all dead.
Yep, you gotta, this is the, I went Spy to get the last back half and now we're in trouble.
It's one of those all or nothing plays, and it did end up just backfiring. He's going for the Spy cap on, he ends up taking down Shaft and he twisted. And they actually have Bronze and the Spy behind, but this is backfiring. We say Chad taking down, or coming with Fracture taking down the medic. They're both taking down Shrugger. This should be a round for We Love Anime. Just get one scout on second, keep going last with the rest of them, because they know that there's a Spy on 6cuties who's finally coming in. He's just trying to pistol. Yeah, this is done. Stick a fork in it.
Yeah, and there's the 5th round. So We Love Anime is gonna go 5-1. Oh, harbleu, they wanted that 5th round. They gotta go visit you at land.
I mean, every round counts, If you only get 4 rounds in a game, it can make a difference. And I will mention that I was gonna mention it before. We Love Anime. Their starting schedule. They play Blame Game, Rena Homies, Wood Pig, and 6cuties. And out of the teams in Invite, I'd say those are about some of the easiest four. They've already dropped one game to Rena Homies, and so they needed this win if they want to keep their, if they want it to be an easier road to land, and they don't have to want to try and steal one from one of the top four teams. So it was, it was. It was closer than the score said, definitely, I think. Even though it was 5-1, a lot of those rounds could have gone 6cuties' way. It just seems like they made a lot of dumb mistakes, such as not focusing down that heavy in their last pushes, or just other things like that ended up causing them rounds. But besides that, it was pretty entertaining. Aside from a few stalemates, I enjoyed that.
Yeah, it was a solid game. You end up with that in TF2 sometimes, especially in teams like this that are, despite the score, they are pretty close to each other. So, yeah, it was a good time. I enjoyed watching the match. I think we're probably going to pull up the final stats here, so I'll have a little chat about that before we sign off.
I'm on the stats right now. Give me your MVP without looking at the stats. If you haven't already.
The MVP without looking at the stats. I don't know, man. I saw a lot of those pushes go in We Love Anime's favor, mainly because of SS and Fracture. And I was going to talk about that in the start, how basically their interplay, either Fracture does well or SS does well, and that's pretty much the success of We Love Anime. But, so we'll see. I don't know. I'll open my eyes now and look at these stats.
Alright, without looking, I'm going to say Marmaduke, I thought for We Love Anime, had a lot of huge plays. He had a lot of med picks, which ended up, turning some of the fights in his team favor. And then I think the obvious one for 6cuties was Shrugger. He went huge in a lot of situations. He was the reason they ended up getting that one round, getting the demo and medic pick. So let's see if the stats back up those, which I'm taking a look at them now. Shrugger, 10k damage, more than 10 frags on the next person on his team. Yeah, he definitely was the only one keeping his team in that game, it seemed like.
Yeah, the top fragger in the entire match, in fact. So pretty handy to have that, even though it was it was a 5-1 against. Got your little medal there for ESEA. Other little factors that I see here is we got. Actually, for Snakewater, the demo man DPM is pretty low, but that shows that we had a stalemate going on. So your DPMs here aren't going to be like 5,000 like you would normally want to think because of the kind of slower pace that we had there at times.
Yeah.
If you had to pick one stat line here, Harbleu, what do you think's the big story of this match?
I mean, yep. I said it going in. If Snailboat played good, I think it would have been, or not good, but not to say Snailboat played badly that game, but if he would have just stayed alive in a couple situations, not gotten picked off by the roamer, and had a closer death line to what Sparrow had, it would have been a completely different ball game. But 23 deaths on his part compared to Sparrow's 12, almost double the amount. That and you can blame part of it on his team, like part of it. His team should have been checking kitchen at that one time, other things like that, but some of it you just need to, be ready to surf those rockets, you need to be ready to position yourself, you need to be calling your team out, hey, look out for the roamer, make sure he doesn't follow me, things like that, and, a lot of it ended up coming down to that, so that's the one step that I'd say, stood out to me.
Yeah, I was used to have this thing I'd say where I'd say, I feel vulnerable. And sometimes it helped, sometimes it didn't. So maybe that could be a little tip for a snailboat who's embarking on the new medic boat.
That's a nice way for you to put it. I put mine a lot more bluntly when I thought there was someone about to bomb on me, but I'll decide not to say that on stream.
Yeah, things happen. So yeah, that's pretty much there for the stats. I'll toss it over to you if you got any shout outs or any other cool things you want to talk about.
I will mention the other invite match that went on tonight between Rena Homies and Street Hoops, which I think a lot of people probably expected Street Hoops to win that pretty handedly. They've been a really strong looking team in scrim so far. They actually lost 5-2 to Rena Homies. I I haven't scrimmed Red Homies personally. I haven't seen them play at all, but they did take down We Love Anime 4-3 on Viaduct, and they just took on Street Hoops 5-2 on Snakewater. So I gotta give props to them. They're surprising me, and I think a lot of other people a lot right now. So this invite season shaping up to be crazy so far. I think we're actually about, or we might not see, but I think there's actually about to be Wood Pig versus We Love Anime going on right now. Also, Mason just sent me a message saying they might play it right now. But so if anyone wants to watch that, they'll probably be an STV up for it if it ends up going up. So this season's been crazy so far. And I gotta give a shout out to everyone for keeping ESEA live, signing up. You know, props to that. And now we're seeing some of the good competition from it.
Yeah, it's always nice to watch invite games, and I won't knock Sivo personally, but I would really like to see the little green thing because I've talked through this sort of a match before. Yeah, it's really my only big issue with it. But yeah, this invite season is pretty cool, and it's really nice to see the IM pull-ups not really having super established invite players sort of bolstering them and them still doing fairly well. So that's
It's
nice to
nuts.
see.
Like I checked the score, before we started the cast, and they were up 2-0, and I did do a double take when I checked at halftime. I was like, wow, really? So yeah, it's crazy, and yeah, I know we love Rena Homies. I don't think they've changed up their roster too much since when they were in Maine or IM or wherever they came up from, but props to them, and yeah, that's it for me for tonight. If you have anything else to say.
No, I'm pretty much set here. So thanks to harbleu, the co-caster tonight, for coming out. Had a good time with him,
Yeah.
and yeah, and also special thanks to Dash who covered the cam. There was a little bit of confusion
Thanks,
on the
Dash.
casting end. We thought it was TrukTruk coming in here, but it was Dash, and everything was great anyway. So there you go. Thank you, Dash, so much for being one of our illustrious cameramen. There are only like 3 who do it, and it's a pretty rough job, to be honest. So they deserve as much praise as possible. And thank you to all of you for watching as well. Glad to have you here. Hope you enjoyed the game. And until then, I've been Marxist for teamfortress.tv.
Yep. Later.